Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be talking about the flat Earth consciousness of transcendence, and I'm going to be making sure that everyone who wants to transcend their thoughts and their experiences of flat Earth will get the download if you listen here. So something has to happen with the flat Earth movement. The way it's going, it's too involved in duality, and there's a lot of conflict. So I'm going to be talking about the Transcendence Consciousness that I wrote. It's composed of 4 principles, okay? And it's very interesting to find out how people are getting involved in Flat Earth and the amount of people that are getting in to debates and all of this. And a lot of people have no hope right now to try and figure out what's going on. And one of the biggest and most challenging topics right now is how do we deprogram a population that has been bombarded with the notion we live on a spinning ball in the outer edge of a galaxy among billions of other galaxies. So while this is still a big dilemma humanity faces, those who have the eyes to see and the ears to listen should start practicing, like I said, what I call Transcendence Consciousness, okay? So I want you to integrate it if you want, and to start learning. So the first principle is love and nonviolence. It is one of the most important things that I think that any of my mentors taught me it was to always be in a loving state of mind. Always have that feeling that your heart just wants to jump out over to the next person, basically. Love everyone, and even the man who hurts you. Okay? So, Transcendence Consciousness, it never argues, belittles, it uses name-calling, uses violence, but yet leads by example. And it goes beyond any form of mockery or any type of childish behavior, even to the other fellow globe earthers, okay? So this is a core one. Next one I want to introduce is it's called Taking Action and Spreading Awareness. So this is filled with the power of taking action and showing strong positive intent for a focused goal. In our case, with the flat Earth, and that means destroying, basically destroying the global model. Not like destroying it completely, but just proving it wrong. And ours obviously is to prove that it's not a continent, it's actually a ring, and that we want to verify. So next one is going to be a little bit different, I would say. It involves actually ignoring the right and who's wrong of the flat Earth. So number 3 is ignoring the who's right and who's wrong mentality of the flat Earth movement, and this one is important in Transcendence Consciousness, and it goes beyond the tedious nature of the dualistic behavior flat Earth is going through right now, and into a more non-dualistic nature. So we have to be more non-dualistic in our actions and our choices. We have to basically let our attachments go to ideas, and we are humans that value losing our egos, basically. If you are a part of Transcendence Consciousness, and you don't focus attention on any one individual, and we cherish being selfless and getting results rather than praising any person or group and following them while not critically thinking for ourselves. And we network. We network amongst ourselves using social media and our beliefs. And next one I want to bring into light is number 4. A lot of people will tell you that you cannot do this. This is impossible. It's stupid. It's dumb. flights go over Antarctica all the time. Things happen. We have satellites that track all this stuff, but we have to stay true to our focus, and that is to know that it is all a lie. It's all being carried out by some people, and we cannot let them belittle us. Because our beliefs, our way of spreading the truth of Flat Earth is valuable, and we do our own research, and we know we've come to our own conclusions. And we've all done it, and we need to understand that the dogmatic scientific expressions of language that have been used as mind enslavement tools are taking our humanity away, okay? So next I want to talk to you about what is the goal of the Expose Antarctica movement. First off, I just want to say that I think you all know this, but truth goes through 3 different stages. First, it is ridiculed, then it is opposed, and then it is self-evident. And we are now seeing Flat Earth go through sort of an oppositional phase right now with YouTube censorship and internet mockeries, mainstream mockery. NASA is increasing its propaganda. All of this is clear sign that the truth is spreading, and they are in dire straits right now. So the goal of the Expose Antarctica movement is to destroy this opposition that's going on right now, and that can be done by giving yourself the power and the knowledge and the tools to do this. Okay, so the first one and the main one that I'm going to cover is actually getting solid evidence of what we think is Antarctica as a flat earther, but what we think is actually the outer ring. So we need to get clear evidence of trying to kill evidence of the ice, and so proving Antarctica is a ring around our flat plane by getting permission to document a trans-Antarctic flyover. And we are basically trying to prove the globe model, which has not been proven. No one has documented any sort of flight over Antarctica from South America over Australia. It's not in existence. No one has ever traversed from point A to point B over Antarctica. If they have, they lied. Explorers, they just go over the bottom half of what most of people think it is, but we know it's a ring. So we're basically going to try to prove the globe model, and if we can't prove it and things go wrong, then basically we are proving ourselves right by proving that we do live on a flat plane, that we are surrounded by ice. Okay, and of course things will probably go wrong once we get this going. I will get this going. Me and the people that are involved in this, we will get this up and running for humanity, for people of the Flat Earth movement who are feeling like they are powerless, and they feel like people are just in it to prove themselves correct and to save face, and it feels like a broken record right now, and I think a lot of people are in the same boat as me. Okay? And the next one is to destroy the notion you can travel from South America to Australia by flying over Antarctica. This is what I was saying before. We have to destroy this notion you can do this by either, what I'm proposing is getting a balloon to fly from one point of Antarctica, which we can go to, and going directly south. So you would be on the top half of the supposed continent from directly south of South America on the tip there, and we would get a balloon that can travel directly south. And if we cannot get a balloon, then we can possibly get a unmanned machine to do it. If not, we can get a manned flight, and that is what we have to build ourselves and focus ourselves through the Transcendence Consciousness of Flat Earth. So we're getting a more direct and focused approach into proving the globe lie. And this, if proven, will destroy the globe. This will be a game changer. So what will it take? So that's probably what you ask a lot. Like, what will it take? Like I just said, it will take a home run, which is getting video of this and inquiring about Antarctica. First off is what we need to start doing. Okay, so we need to email and bombard legal representatives of the Antarctica Treaty of different nations and of the UN, the panel members who control the regulations of traveling over Antarctica, the 60th parallel, and basically telling them that we are tired of the lies and the insignificant amount of truth that is being revealed to us. So inquiring about Antarctica with individuals who are legally keeping travel restricted. So as you might know, you cannot travel past the 60th parallel. So next one I want to talk about is consistent and honest behavior while promoting action. So always be consistent and have a very well thought out plan of attack. Be confident that we are not living on a spinning ball. I cannot stress this one enough. You need to be confident in your actions, and you need to have a direct approach, and always be thinking about your decisions and what you're doing, and also promoting the Flat Earth channels that adhere to these 4 principles that I have stated of Transcendence Consciousness, raising the funds in order to fly over while recording what we're doing. Flying over the Antarctic landmass will not be worth it if we're not recording this or we have any sort of way of proving it. So we need to prove it. Okay, and that takes money. So we have the opportunity to spark an event that will change the course of humanity forever. Okay, if we can actually get documented evidence of going past the 60th parallel south, getting solid proof that you cannot actually go straight across over from South America or the tip of the Antarctic tip below South America over to Australia, and you cannot fly anything over, because what we're thinking is that it's an endless mass that goes on and extends for however long. Okay, so if we can prove this, this could be an event that will end wars, end money, slavery. People who are in the system will have a total consciousness change. It will change the way life is occurring on this plane for good. The stock markets will tumble. The history books will have to be rewritten. No geography books. We will be in more of a Renaissance age of enlightenment. We will understand what our place is here. We will understand where we are, and that's the first step and understanding our consciousness, because we do not know how our consciousness is supposed to be acting. We are basically enslaved right now in a consciousness battle between good and evil, but we are still in the system of the monetary slave system. So, spreading the word of our mission on this channel to expose Antarctica through Transcendence Consciousness. Okay, please spread it. That was just an overview where I'm going to be getting more involved in this type of speaking through Transcendence Consciousness. Contact me, and I thank you very much for allowing me to share. Bye.